time we don't, and they all split, rotted. Now this is almost a no miss. Sweet potato. This is the Hernandez, and I'm leaving the stack right here. I'll harvest it next year, not next year, but next month. Hopefully they'll be a little bit larger than what they are. Some of these on this side feels pretty good, so they'll probably do good. This is the Hernandez sweet potato. And the reason why you see so much Swiss chard, when I go to the conferences or where I go for free seeds, I pick up the free seeds and I just throw them out. And when something dies, I let something else grow. But you see all types of Swiss chard. First year we had Swiss chard, everybody ate Swiss chard like it was going out of style. Now nobody really likes Swiss chard. You'll fastly go around. I don't know how many jars of beet that I have put up, but I have quite a few beets. I even have beet from last year, so now I'm discovering what beet juice is good for, so I'm going to try to freeze some beets juice and start drinking it every day. Hey, baby girl, grandbaby, where are you? I go to get it. This is where my tomatoes was. I think I gave away about 25. I gave away 5 gallon pails of tomatoes, and I've got enough tomatoes made up in pasta sauce and salsa to last probably for 2 years. But I'll be giving some of that away. It really did well. I'll be cutting the tomatoes and recomposting it. I haven't made as much compost as I usually make, but the tomatoes did well. This is what I didn't think was going to make. This is that Malabar spinach, and it is pretty good. It's growing everywhere. I think I got about 5 seeds down there. This is Malabar spinach. Eats good. Good for salad. If you look in the back, I still have beans. My peas did well, but I haven't so much enough stuff. I produced so much this year. Next year, I think I'm just going to do peas. Peas doesn't produce as much as beans, but I have enough beans. If you look back there, you see all kinds. You see all these beans. See squash. Can you get the squash? And we talked about pumpkin running up on the other side of the fence. You can't see it, but there's a couple of big pumpkins. So what I'm gonna do next week is pull these tomatoes out of here so I won't be using all the nutrients out of my soil. Take the limbs out of there a little bit and flip it over. I have horse manure I have already brought in. So I'll start recomposting this, getting it all ready for next year. I'm planning on cutting back, and I say that every year. But I have other ideas now, so I won't be cutting back too much. The ideas that I have, this is it. I use 4-gallon buckets, and they produce all the beans that you want. Like bush beans, and I'll probably let them grow up in the grass. I'll let the grass grow up around them. You got that close? Hmm? And you can move these around in your yard or whatever. You sit these over in this area right here, and beans and peanuts doesn't take as much water, especially if you give them after the beans afternoon shade. So this is how I had everything in here, and pull some of the stuff out. Get afternoon shade in these beans. You know, beans doesn't like real hot heat. So when the beans get up over 85, 80 degrees or more, the small beans and the flowers fall off. So if you put them over here in the shade, and they get that afternoon shade, they'll just bloom and they'll just keep blooming. So next year I probably have all, because of some projects we have going on now, and people have discovered this, and it's kind of hard to find buckets. These 4 and 5 gallon pails. But they work real good for beans. They work good for Brussels sprouts. They work good for peanuts. I wouldn't try cabbage or collards, because after they get a certain size and it uses up all, it doesn't have enough of soil, not enough nutrients to continue to support a big plant. But if you just shine to point your camera over there, and you can see all of that. You can see back over here. So many friends or people who want greens, collard greens, which they will be stopping by here as soon as they think the frost couldn't hit the greens. And a lot of these people is not southern born, northern born, so, and somebody just told them they better when the frost hit, so they'll go crazy over them. That's about it for this year. And the main thing I wanted to show you was the vitamins. I didn't do Georgia Jets. Georgia Jets crack. And no matter how you water them, you just don't water these sweet potatoes right. You think that they're nice and moist, and you look in them, they are dry. And if you overwater them, then you'll grow strings. You'll start growing hair on the potatoes. These right here, I grew them in the pail. All these big ones came out of one pail, one of my containers. And these big ones that came out of that container, I had one of these plants. Forget what you call them. Growing in the center. And it was the only one that I had something in like that. And it grew all large potatoes, sweet potatoes. So next year I'll probably be trying to put one in each one. I have more than I need, but I just like to grow stuff. So this is my 2018 garden. It's a little raggedy now, but it did look real good. So next month by the end of next month, this will all be clean. Everything I'll be composting. I have compost 3, 4 by 4 by 4 compost bins in the back. And I have horse manure on the back of my truck right now. And I'll be mulching all the greenery here, starting now. And it'll be compost for the next 2 years. Have a good day. Have a good garden. I'll be 68 tomorrow. Right, Bella? Come here, grandbaby. Let's get you on here. By the way, that's a tamale. And I have quite a few. Some of this stuff I don't know what to do with. Come here, come here. You got to plant. You got to tell me what these things are. This is grandbaby. And grandbaby, granddaddy got seeds in here. He got his seeds in here drying, so he'll have the same kind of beans next year. I also plant all my tomatoes some seeds, so I'll just bury some tomatoes in them containers back there, and they'll be coming up next year. My problem is I forget what kind, so I better label everything on a piece of paper. Y'all like beans?
Yeah,
You don't like beans.
I like beans.
You like beans? What kind of beans are these?
They're green.
Yep, they're green beans. And